Guess who's back with another unhinged client story for you? This one scared me. I'm not gonna lie, this is when we first got this current studio that we're in, so about 6 years ago. But I'm not gonna lie, this one gave me a little bit of a heart attack. So let's name her Kristen. Kristen came in for her shoot, and the morning of, it really rattled me because when she walked, okay, so let me explain. When you walk into my space, into my big studio, it's massive, it's 4,000 square feet. You go into the elevator or take the stairs, but really everyone takes the elevator. So you take the elevator up and it spits you out right into our floor. So people kind of half expect to like see like a lobby or like some place that you have to like go in another door or something, but no, it spits you out right in front of our studio. So when Kristen walks into the studio, because she called and she was like, okay, it's me, and I let her up because I have to actually like use my phone to unlock the front door. It spits her out right in front, and she walks out of the elevator and immediately bumps in really hard on the outside of the elevator door, like just like whacks on her shoulder, and she kind of gets like thrown back a little bit. So I like run up to her. I'm like, oh my God, Kristen, are you okay? And I'm kind of laughing it off because it didn't look like she was hurt at all. It just looked like she just like bumped into it pretty hard. But it was her eyes that were bothering me. When I got close enough to her, she kind of looked not all there, if that makes sense. Now, granted, I didn't know this girl. This is the first time we met, so I wasn't sure if that was just her personality or if that was like, I don't know. So she responds with like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Like just kind of like that, just very nonchalant. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just chalk it up to this is her personality because we do have girls who are very nonchalant like that. So I was like, oh, okay. So I like kind of laughed it off. I was like, okay, well, hopefully you don't get a bruise later because that sucks. Anyway, so as we are walking her through, like this all happened immediately when she walked in. So like my nervousness started to get worse and worse as the like time flew by really fast. So normally I have my clients, I'll introduce myself, I'll say hi, I'll give them a hug, and then I'll introduce them to the girls, my hair and makeup artist, and then I'll say, okay, do you need to use the restroom at all? So as we're walking towards the girls, I'm saying, okay, so do you want to use the restroom before we get started? Because you're going to be in the hair and makeup chair for about an hour 15. She says yes, but literally she answers like this. Yeah, that'd be great. Again, not completely a moment for like a red flag, but like still kind of like I'm heightened and I'm kind of like, you're answering so slowly and so like you kind of like almost like you don't know where you are. So I say, okay, it's down this hallway, first door on the right. And because technically we have two bathrooms, but the last bathroom is like the employee's bathroom. It's just because it's not fancy like the other one. She walks straight past the first door and goes to the second door, which is fine. It's still a bathroom, but it's not fancy. And then while I'm watching her walk through this door, and she runs into the side of the door again. Like she runs into the frame of the door. And this time it was like her face. Like she ran not just with her shoulder, but like the side of her face. And she ran into it hard. And I'm like, oh my God. And like before I had a chance to ask if she was okay, she shuts the door and is in the bathroom. Me and my makeup artist, my hairstylist, and my sister, who's my studio manager, were staring at each other going like, is she okay? Like are you guys getting like, are your radars going off? She's in there for a while. Like, and I'm talking like a while, like maybe like 6 to 7 minutes, which is a really long time to be in the bathroom, especially if we're like just getting started with something. She comes out of the bathroom like something's wrong. Like my radar started going off immediately when she came out of the bathroom. She wasn't looking me directly into the eye. She kind of was looking like right here, like to the side of me. Like, you guys, I'm not even kidding. I thought she was having a stroke. So I said, Kristen, look, before we get started, I need to ask, is everything okay? Are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Because I was honestly worried that this girl was having a fucking stroke in front of me. I was this close to dialing 911. She was so fucking out of it that she like was like, can I just like lay down for a minute? And me not knowing what to do, I was like, yes, you can lay down, but I need you to stay awake and I need you to tell me if something is wrong. Because otherwise, if you don't say anything, I am going to call an ambulance for you. As she's sitting down, she goes like, no, that's not. And then like passes out on the couch. She literally passes out while she's laying down. And just as soon as she passes out, she wakes back up. So it's like she passes out and then gets back up. And then like is immediately looking at me going, okay, I think I'm ready. What? Y'all, I had no idea. I'm not equipped for this. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if that's a stroke. I don't know. Then I look at her and I'm looking at her eyes and I'm just like, I'm not going to judge you and I'm not going to like tell on you or anything like that. But I have to ask, have you been doing drugs? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what are you on? I didn't ask that, but I was like, what the fuck are you on? And I said, did you drive here? She goes, no, no, no. My boyfriend's in the car in the parking lot. He's waiting for me. I told her to call her boyfriend. I was like, can you please call him for me? And she didn't question me. She just was like, yeah, of course. She gets him on the phone, hands me the phone, and I answer it. And I'm like, hi, boyfriend. Look, I don't know if you're aware or if this is something you guys did together. I'm not really sure. I'm not really here to judge, but she's blitzed out of her mind. Something's wrong. Whether she's overdosing or not, I'm not entirely positive, but I need you to come grab her and either take her to a hospital or take her home. This isn't happening today. He seemed to not understand what was going on. He seemed like really concerned. So he ran up to the, studio, and he came in, picked her up like a freaking baby, looked at me and said, this isn't the first time. I'm so sorry. I'll handle everything. And if we need to reschedule, I'll reschedule you. But I'm going to take her to the hospital. I heard back from him about a week later. So apparently she was on LSD. So she took like a crazy amount apparently that somehow he didn't know about. I don't know. Maybe they don't live together. I didn't ask questions, but I don't know how he didn't know because she was acting so crazy. She's okay. Everything's fine. I told her I'm not comfortable rescheduling her until she gets her shit figured out. And I haven't heard from her since. So this has been 6 years now.